Lino wrote a book called The Power Eating Program. And Lino's father in World War I was a prisoner of war. They were Yugoslavian, and he was taken captive and was a prisoner of war. And for some reason, Lino's father knew about chewing. So when you're a prisoner of war, it's not like the buffet on the 16th floor. We're talking tiny, aggressively small rations for soldiers. And Lino's father said, I chewed and I chewed and I chewed and I chewed. And of the 32 soldiers who were taken captive with him, taken prisoner, 4 of them chewed and chewed and chewed and chewed, like 100, 200 times a mouthful. I'll tell you a little later today what exactly that means, like how to do it, because I know none of us are in the habit of doing that yet. And I'm not suggesting that you do this for the rest of your life. This is a dramatic example. Well, of all of the people taken captive with Lino's dad, only those 4 survived. Was that entirely why? I don't know, but having played with chewing for the last 40 years, I'm absolutely sure it was a factor. Absolutely sure. So weirdly, Lino gets taken as a prisoner of war in, was it World War II or the Korean War? I can't remember if he went to Korea. But anyway, he was a prisoner of war in a war himself. And he thought, well, I'm going to do just as my dad did, and I'm going to chew the crap out of anything they give me, which was bread and soup. He chewed water. He would go beyond his father and kind of meditate on the idea of energy coming down into his mouth and the action of his molars actually activating the food and giving it energy, which it does, just like cooking gives food energy. People think that cooking kills food. And it's like, you just added heat to that food. Heat is pure energy. Heat is what runs a car, So the activity of his molars to him was also activating the food. Lino survived, when not everyone did. And he went on to spend the rest of his life teaching this. I called him my churu. He was the first person I met at the Kushi Institute. And that was the first place I played with chewing. And I remember the first day that I chewed, there was a place in the Kushi Institute, the chapel, because the place had been a Franciscan monastery before it was this like health place. So in the chapel, it was reserved for chewing. It was silent. And that's what the purpose was, because macrobiotics is understood that here's your food, and then here's chewing the food. And you're bringing it to a whole other level in terms of efficiency and power. I chewed my food that day, and I suddenly thought, what do I do now? Meaning, I'm not thinking about food. What's next? Am I going to go for a hike? Am I going to think up a lecture? Am I going to read a book? Am I going to go to a class? Like, I had a brain that was actually fed and actually had thoughts about my life. And it was a game changer. So for anyone who wrestles with that, please experiment with this.
Hey there, vegan family. Thank you so much for watching our video clip. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, tell all your family and friends. We really want to help this channel grow, so that would be amazing. And also, if you really liked it and you'd like to purchase the entire video, you can head to the link in our description box below and you can purchase this video or get the collection from the cruise. So thanks again for watching. Hope you're having a beautiful day, and also hope we get to see you aboard the ship very soon. Aloha! Whoop, 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 whoop.